If you've ever exported textures from Substance Painter, Quixel Mixer, or downloaded a game-ready asset, you've probably seen something called an ORM texture map. And if you're like most beginners, you probably wondered, what is this weird, colorful texture? Today, I'll explain exactly what an ORM texture map is, why game engines use it, and how you can use it in your own projects. By the end of this video, you'll understand ORM texture maps better than 90% of Blender beginners. What is ORM? ORM stands for Occlusion, Roughness, and Metallic. Instead of storing these three textures separately, they're packed into a single image. Each RGB color channel stores different information. The red channel contains ambient occlusion. The green channel stores roughness, and the blue channel stores metallic. That's why ORM textures look colorful. They're actually three grayscale textures packed into one. Why do game engines use ORM? So why not just keep three separate textures? Because performance matters. Every texture loaded into memory costs resources. Packing multiple grayscale maps into a single texture reduces memory usage, decreases texture fetches, and makes rendering more efficient. That's why you'll find ORM textures in games made with Unreal Engine, Unity, and many modern rendering pipelines. Instead of loading three separate images, the engine only needs one texture. The shader simply reads the red, green, and blue channels individually. How to make an ORM map? Creating an ORM map is actually very simple. In Substance Painter, you can export directly using presets that pack these channels automatically. You can also create one manually inside Photoshop, GIMP, or Blender by placing each grayscale map into the red, green, and blue channels. How to use it in Blender? Blender's principled BSDF expects separate inputs. Since an ORM texture stores everything together, we simply use a separate color node. Connect the red output to ambient occlusion, green to roughness, and blue to metallic. When should you use ORM? If you're creating assets only for Blender renders, you don't really need ORM textures. Separate maps work perfectly fine. But if you're making assets for games, Unity, Unreal Engine, Godot, or any real-time application, ORM maps are considered standard practice. Common mistakes. Here are 3 mistakes beginners make. First, plugging the ORM texture directly into base color. Second, forgetting to separate the RGB channels. And third, exporting the wrong channel order. Always check which packing format your engine expects. Hopefully, ORM texture maps make a lot more sense now. They're not mysterious at all. They're simply an optimization technique used in modern game development. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more Blender tips, game art tutorials, and workflow guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.